Here we are, talking sports with the legend. Tonight's guest, Kaitlyn Orihel. Take it away, Steve.
Thanks for coming on.
Thanks for having me.
Welcome. Where were you born and raised?
I was born in November, and I was actually born in New Jersey, and then my dad moved to Pennsylvania, so I grew up around here.
What age did you start playing sports?
So I played soccer when I was really little, and then I started playing basketball when I was 8 years old, and I just played basketball ever since then.
What school did you go to? What high school?
I went to Archbishop Wood, the best school.
Did you always want to go to Wood and play basketball for them?
I actually didn't. So I went to public school for a while. I went to Newtown Middle School. And then Noelle Baxter, who's on the team, was one of my best friends since fourth grade, since we were like 10 years old. And she was going to Wood. And then she kind of like convinced me to go to Wood, but it was very last minute.
Ask her what year did she make the basketball team?
What?
Ask her about the basketball team.
How did it feel? How does it feel to be the leading scorer?
It's kind of crazy, honestly. After I scored my 1,000, it was my next goal for sure. But with the shortened season, I wasn't sure if it was going to be possible. But since Wood is such a good program, I'm honored. It's kind of crazy to believe.
What year did you make varsity?
I was varsity as a freshman.
Did you play at all when you were a freshman?
Yeah, I actually ended up starting my freshman year.
That's awesome. How tall are you?
I say I'm 5'10". I'm 5'10" on a good day.
What position do you play?
Shooting guard.
All right. How about the recruiting process?
The recruiting process was long and very stressful. So it started for me freshman year. The first school I ever talked to was Drexel, and she's actually ended up being my coach now because she's the head coach at Villanova now. But it was an honoring process. But it was very stressful and time consuming, but it was good.
When did you make your decision to go to Villanova?
April of my junior year.
Awesome.
It was after my junior season, before my final AAU season.
So what happened to your season? Your freshman and sophomore year, obviously you played the whole year, and then junior year was canceled the whole year?
No, we actually played most of junior year. We made it to the second round of the state tournament.
Oh, that's right. Okay, that's right, because it wasn't until March. Right.
Yeah, and then it was the 2 days before our state quarterfinal game. And they suspended states for 2 weeks. And then eventually they just canceled it for good.
Okay. Ask her about last season, Steve. Ask her about last season.
How'd you guys do last season?
Last season was awesome. So we won the Catholic League, and we won districts, and we won the state championship. So we accomplished all of our goals last year.
Very cool.
Congratulations.
Thank you. It was very exciting, especially to end senior year with that. I've always said it was the perfect ending.
Who was your favorite athlete?
My favorite athlete is probably Michael Jordan.
That's a good one.
Especially after I watched, yeah, right? Especially after I watched The Last Dance, it's kind of hard for him not to be the favorite.
Did you always play the play the same position and wear the same number?
So I actually was one of the tallest kids growing up. I was always the tallest of all my friends. And then once I got to high school, I became one of the smaller people on the court. And until high school, I was number 10. And then I switched to number 4. And now at Villanova, I'm actually number 2. So
What position will you play at Villanova?
probably the 2 guard, mostly, but probably anywhere from 1 to 3.
What is the major going to be?
Right now, I'm in the business school. I don't know exactly what I want to do, but something with business.
What is the best team they ever played for?
The best team I played for, I think, would probably be my AAU team junior year. It's a tough one between that and my high school team. But some of the girls on my AAU team are committed to UConn, Tennessee, Notre Dame. So some of the top schools in the country. But I would probably say that team.
How far did your AAU team go?
So it was actually, I played for the Philadelphia Bells. So we were a not local team, but we had people from Maryland, New York, New Jersey. We actually had one girl from West Virginia on our team.
Wow.
Yeah.
Do
So they were from all over.
Did you just play tournaments? That was it?
Yeah.
Did you win a lot of them?
With that team, so that was the team during the COVID summer. So we were limited to a lot of our tournaments, but we won the ones we played in. And I think if we played in like some of the bigger tournaments, we would have been able to win them. We just didn't get the opportunity to.
It's a shame.
Yeah, it really was. But
What was the biggest game you ever played in?
oof, that's a tough one. Definitely one of the championships. I don't know. I wouldn't say one is bigger than the other, but if I had to, probably this year's PCL championship, if I had to pick just one. Although it wasn't at the Palestra, it was probably the best game and the most exciting game to be in.
Who did you beat?
Cardinal O'Hara.
Did you ever meet any professional athletes in person?
I did. I met Kyrie Irving at one of his games. My friend knows him well, so we were able to meet him at one of his games.
What is your goal for this upcoming season?
I think for this year, just to blend in with the team and find my spot on the team. Hopefully be able to make an impact on the court and just win a lot of games.
Yeah.
Did you ever make all Catholic?
I did. I was actually first team all Catholic all 4 years of high school.
Oh, all right.
Very cool.
Congratulations. That's awesome.
Thank you. Yeah.
How about all state and all that stuff?
I was third team all state as a freshman, first team as a sophomore, and then junior and senior year, I was state player of the year for our like classification.
That's awesome, Kaitlyn. That's great.
Thank you.
How would your teammates?
How would your teammates describe you off the field, off the court?
Oof. Definitely loud. I think every single one of them would say I'm very loud. I don't know. I'm kind of an easygoing person. I like to think I'm funny. I make myself laugh sometimes. But yeah, just fun and easygoing.
What are your strengths and weaknesses?
On the court. On the court. On the court.
I would say my strengths, probably my IQ. I think playing with wood, I've developed my IQ a lot, and just how I like feel for the game. My weaknesses, definitely my ball handling.
How did you like playing for
Mike.
Mr. McDonald?
He was so awesome. He dedicates so much of his time to us, even especially in the off season. He just cares about us and the team so much. And he's helped me achieve every single goal I've set for myself throughout high school. He made sure that I was able to achieve them. And he just cares so much about us and the team, and more us as people, which I think is huge.
Did you and the other girls watch the Stevens interview with the coach?
I watched part of it. Yeah. I wasn't able to watch the whole thing, but I saw part of it.
And then we interviewed his mother and father also.
They are I love them. They are so sweet.
They're great. They're great friends of the families. They've been good to my son since he was about 5-6 years old. So
that's awesome.
Yeah,
they're
great people. Yeah, they are. I like that.
What is your favorite thing to do in your free time?
My favorite thing to do. So I have 3 little siblings. So I hang out with them a lot. Just see my friends, and I love to go to the beach.
What motivates you?
I don't know. I just love to compete. I'm a very competitive person. So everything I do, I take competitively. And my little brother motivates me a lot. He's 7 years old and he has Down syndrome. And he's just my little siblings, they're all my biggest fans. So like seeing them at my games and stuff, they just motivate me to be my best every day.
Where does your brother go to school?
He went to Hillcrest. He just finished 1st grade.
That's awesome. A lot of Stevens classmates were Down syndrome, so he has a lot of friends, Down syndrome friends.
They're the best. They're awesome.
Well, your brother's got a lot to look forward to, man. He's got a lot of opportunities nowadays for a lot of the organization that helps Steven out, athletes helping athletes. You got to start getting him into that.
Yeah, that's what he was going to be one of our honorary captains. I think I was going to try and have him be one of our honorary captains for this year, but they didn't do that during our games because of COVID.
I know. Steven was very upset.
Yeah.
Last 2 seasons, he didn't get no time with on the benches.
Oh, in the fall.
In the fall.
Yeah, I know. It sucks.
Yeah, before COVID.
Oh, yeah. Before, yeah, that was 2019. I meant the last 2. Yeah, I forgot they start in the fall.
Yeah.
That's good.
Do you have any tips for any younger athletes who want to play at the higher level?
My biggest thing would probably be that the little things do matter. And I think a lot of times the little details get overlooked. I remember when I was little, my dad and I would go to the gym and he would just throw basketballs at me and I would have to catch them. And I would always complain because I was like, I can't catch them. But he would just throw the basketballs at me and I would have to catch them. And then I wasn't able to leave the gym until I made 40 left-handed layups in a row. And I would get so mad at him because all I wanted to do was leave, but I couldn't leave until I made 40 left-handed layups in a row. And it's just little things like that. A lot of times, younger players just want to be able to do the big things. So they don't focus on the little things, but you can't do the big things until you do the little things. And that's always what my dad told me.
Your dad's a smart man, and it sounds like he motivates you too.
Very smart, yeah. For sure.
Last question. If you could have dinner with 3 baseball players that could be dead or alive, who would they be and why?
Michael Jordan for sure. Breanna Stewart probably. And Gino Oriema, if that counts. He's not a player, but he's a coach.
Did he recruit you?
No.
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 Well, now you got to beat him when you play at Villanova.
Right?
There you go. Well, good luck next year, and thanks so much for taking your time out for Steve.
Of course. Thank you so much.
Welcome.
All right. Good luck, and we'll hopefully catch one of your games next year.
Hopefully, I would love it.
Absolutely. Take care.
Have a good one.
Good luck.
Bye.
Bye-bye.